people know, working in the real world, drug testing is a requirement of most employers to ensure that employees are at the greatest potential and not a hazard to the workplace. As a hardworking citizen, I've endured all the processes of drug testing. When drug testing, there are many controversies that may arise for the employer and the employee. Today I will tell you about the controversies of drug testing, which are the reliability of the test, if testing is an invasion of employee privacy, and if testing improves safety in the workplace. The first controversy that arises is if drug testing is a reliable method to use. For many employees, their job depends on the outcome of the test. Most employers have a no tolerance policy, and if a test were to come out positive, the employee would be sent home and off the premises until further investigation was performed. The employer must follow a policy and procedure of specimen collection, which is the specimen must be sealed to prevent any type of tampering. Both employee and employer must sign the specimen. On-site testing is a quick way to figure out if an employee has drugs in his or her system. If testing on reasonable cause and the outcome was positive, the employee would be clocked out and brought to an off-site testing center to be tested for more accurate results. If no explanation was given by a prescription or doctor to have the substance, an employee's contract will be terminated. On-site testing is a great way for a business owner to manage employee status, according to Greg Beckett, a small business owner. The test is reliable because all precautions taken when the test is administered to the employee by the employer or technician. Once the specimen is collected, it is dated and packaged so the contents cannot be tampered with. Now that I've told you about the reliability of drug testing, I will now inform you on drug testing if it's an invasion of employee privacy. The next controversy that arises is that drug testing is an invasion of privacy for employees. Some see drug testing as an invasion of personal privacy, but in reality it is not. With this in effect are limitations on the employer so that invasion of employee privacy is avoided. When someone under contract working for an employer, a drug screening form has to be signed in compliance with the company. If refused, the potential employee will not be hired. Many states have enacted legislation delineating the circumstances in which employers may conduct drug testing of employees. This legislation is designed to provide procedure safeguards to protect individual privacy, which has prohibited employers from testing employees without probable cause or a reasonable bias. That's from Castley and Traper. If a new employee refuses to test, his or her decision is respected and the employee contract is terminated, according to Campbell. Now that I have told you about the reliability of drug testing and if it's an invasion of employee privacy, I will now tell you about the impact on safety drug test makes. The last controversy that arises in drug testing improves the safety in the workplace. Safety in the workplace is a very important aspect that employers thrive on, not only to have a good reputation, but to ensure that other employees are not in any danger. A person has to ask oneself if he or she would feel comfortable working around others who are drug testing and not potentially aware of a task at hand. The answer is no, because the risk of danger is one's life and well-being. Workplace drug testing has the potential to greatly enhance health and safety in the workplace by discouraging people from abusing substances and thereby suffering any ill health effects and reducing the likelihood of accidents and injuries related to working under the influence, according to Hartney. If coworkers were users, the risk for error would be too great of them causing a hazard to everyone in the area, including themselves. Today I've explained the controversies that arise that if the test is reliable, if it's an invasion of personal privacy, and if the testing improves workplace safety when giving a drug test. The loss to companies in the United States due to alcohol and drug-related abuse by employees totals $100 billion a year, according to James. So why be against on-site drug testing and contribute to this yearly cost or risk being terminated from a future or current job because one refuses a drug test? One should agree that on-site testing is a positive event that helps improve the workplace and ensure that workers are not a hazard.